Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes on this record breaking Saturday, the 28th of October. And take a look at some of the high temperatures today in eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England. We saw highs in the mid to upper 70s in northeastern Pennsylvania, the Hudson Valley along and north of Route 84, and also the same for Connecticut along and north of Route 84, and lower 80s just about everywhere else, including much of Long Island. We saw 84 among some of the higher numbers today. 84 for a high at Newark, 85 at Coyle Field in southernmost Ocean County, and in northern Delaware, we've got an 86. That's at State Route 7 and Valley Road, if you want to be specific. 82 for Lancaster for a high. Allentown getting to about 80 degrees. Further to the north in upstate New York, we saw readings that also generally made middle to upper 70s. It was a little cooler in western New York in the 60s. And as we work our way up into New England, quite warm. Upper 70s and low 80s in parts of southeastern New Hampshire and into western Maine. So a warm day, a record-breaking day in many areas, but this is the last of it as we start to see uh, clouds that will be coming in from the west, and there is moisture to deal with, and we're setting up for some showers. And also a transition to much colder air that is going to be coming in on the backside of all of this. So we'll begin that stair step process on Sunday. The radars right now are quiet in the eastern part of the United States, but you can see there's a large area of rain moving into the Ohio Valley from the middle Mississippi Valley and back through Kansas. We have also some precipitation going on in northwestern Iowa and up into Wisconsin, some light rain and snow there, and also some snow back up into Colorado. So all of this is moving eastward, and it's going to usher in some rather important changes to the weather going forward. Half to 3/4 of an inch of liquid spread over tomorrow, and for Sunday, look for it to be showery rains. Look for there to be a break in the middle. Heavy rains in the next week in the Pacific Northwest of several inches or more. Also, that frontal boundary producing inch and a half to 2.5 inch amounts southeast Oklahoma, northeastward through Arkansas, southern Illinois, southern Indiana, and a small portion of north central Kentucky. Not a whole lot of rain this week, if any at all, in the southeast. Most of it is on the light side, under 1/4 of an inch, and in a lot of cases, either nothing or under 1/10 of an inch, and not seeing too much happening in the southwest. Just want to give you an idea here with regards to the extent of this cold air mass, and these are the forecast lows uh, for Sunday morning. I'm just going to update this map a little bit. This front that's coming through is creating some really big temperature changes. You're going from 60s and 70s and 80s to 50s, 40s, 30s, and even 20s. These are the forecast highs for Sunday. And by the time we make our way to, I think, Wednesday and Thursday, those to me look like the two coolest days. We're looking at high temperatures Wednesday, maybe no higher than the low and middle 40s over much of eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England. And of course, you see low 40s extending all the way back into the Great Lakes, and even colder as you get up into the northern plains. Also, even down south, they're going to be going from 80s to 50s for highs. And then as we look on to Thursday, another chilly day. Temperatures maybe upper 40s to around or just over 50. I think the coldest night will likely be, well, there'll be two cold nights with this Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and Thursday night into Friday morning. And this is where we can wind up seeing some rather widespread frosts and freezes in the eastern part of the United States. You look at these 20s. I mean, you've got 20s in all of New England, except for the immediate coast and maybe the warmer urban areas. Everybody's pretty much down in the 20s, as far south as North Georgia, northern Alabama, and into northernmost Mississippi. This is for Thursday morning, and then Friday morning. I think depends on radiation. but still another cold morning with most lows generally in the upper 20s to low 30s. So the question is, in this transition, what are we going to see as far as precipitation is concerned? And I'm going to use the late afternoon GFS run because that's the one model that doesn't seem to be bringing rain from a second wave. Uh, doesn't mean it isn't right. It's just that they're still the lone standout here. The models all agree on what's going to happen tomorrow and Monday and into Tuesday because we've got these showery rains. You see how they're coming out from the southwest during the day tomorrow. That area starts to weaken tomorrow evening, maybe a little bit of a break, and then some more showery rains on Monday as another wave develops, and then the front starts to sag to the south. We've got low pressure that's in the Bahamas that is pushing northward, and now that's going to be meeting up with upper air energy swinging around the Great Lakes. You see the lake effect snows that are indicated in parts of the upper peninsula and the lower peninsula of Michigan, and even over parts of Ohio and western Pennsylvania. That low, the GFS has it fairly suppressed. The other models want to bring some more rain Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Maybe it even changes over to a mix of rain, sleet, and a little wet snow well inland. Either way, the cold air is getting in here, whether we get this wave or not. So that's still the one question that remains with regards to the forecast going forward. And we're going to be focused on all of this on Sunday, as well as we have a Joe and Joe weather show Sunday evening at 7:35 p.m. So enjoy the rest of your weekend and then tune into our show tomorrow night.